Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beardzone podcast. My name is David. I'm one of the hosts. You know these guys right here. Scooter, Theo. Boys, how we doing?
Dave, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I was talking to a buddy, and I was just like, this might be the first Super Bowl where I just can't wait for it to be over. I, I listen.
Dude,
I love football. I love football. I'm gonna watch every Super Bowl. Like, there's no Super
right,
Bowl I'm not gonna watch, right? But
right.
man, like I keep telling y'all, man, it was a lose-lose. So, listen, it was a great game, though. It was a great game. We're gonna talk about it. Scooter,
It
how you
was.
doing?
So, you guys said it was a lose-lose, and I'm a little upset 49ers didn't win. It was a clear mano-a-mano game. The refs were
Mhm.
letting them play. There were
Yeah.
a few penalties here and there, but they were just letting them play. And for all intents and purposes, Taylor Swift got her time. So did Travis Kelce. So did Patrick Mahomes and all of the other, celebrities. They should have given Blake Shelton a little bit more light there. He was in the back.
I did not know he was there.
When they panned to Gwen Stefani, he was just chilling in the background talking with somebody. And they're like, oh, Gwen Stefani, and oh, Blake Shelton. And I'm like,
Oh, there's Blake.
come on, guys. Come on. But no, overall, I think it was good football. It was a good halftime show, and everyone got ultimately a good game. Some people are still a little more or less butthurt about it, but you know what? That's the game.
It is the game. It was a good game. At first, it definitely proven to be a defensive battle.
Ooh.
Because
Told ya.
both defenses showed up big time. Definitely kept it very close. Kickers were MVPs of this game. It felt like, with with both kickers making record field goal, kicks in the Super Bowl.
Top three.
Back
Yeah,
to
Top
back,
three,
like crazy.
man. It was like
So
record. And it was like, all right,
Yeah.
the kickers own the game.
Yeah, it was definitely, a kicker's game. It was a defensive battle. But at the end of the day, as much as I hate to say it, and you guys, we have our group chat offline, and you know how I felt about it. I was very clear about it right from the get-go. I was not happy at all. I was really, really upset. But, a couple of days has passed, and it is what it is. Us as NFL fans have to embrace this time period.
Mhm.
We had to do it for Tom Brady. Now we're going to have to do it for Patrick Mahomes. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
And this Chiefs team just seems to win no matter what adversity they come across. So, shout out to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations for getting a 2-peat. I hope you don't get a 3-peat.
Dude,
it's starting to give me the same feeling that I had with Brady, and I would get so upset.
Yes.
I'm like, this is a man's game. This is a man's game. You get these guys go out there and play angry, want to take heads off, want to destroy guys. I'm just like, how over and over does this person just dominate the whole league, and you're big 6'5", 300-pound dudes just allow him to dominate you over and over again? Don't allow this to happen. And it's like, I'm just watching it, I'm like I knew it was gonna happen. I called this game. I called the Chiefs.
You did.
And I knew it was good. I didn't want it to happen, but I was just like, that last play, we saw that last play happen, and who didn't know that they were gonna get a touchdown? Like, I just watched before Mahomes got the ball, I said touchdown. It was like, it's
especially
over.
with overtime.
I was just like, it's over. It's just like, yeah. Listen, it was like you said, David. It ended up being a good game, and you know what?
Yeah.
There was some 49ers did what they at the end of the day, I think it came to fruition. Purdy played a pretty good game, right? It wasn't terrible, but at the same time, like, dude, you gotta capitalize when the Chiefs make mistakes. If you don't, it's just like Brady. It's just like Brady.
Yes.
If you didn't capitalize on the mistakes, you lose. You lose because the mistakes are only gonna happen for a time.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. And I would say two things in addition to that are the adjustments, right? The coaching adjustments, the defensive adjustments for each elite type of quarterback, right? You got Patrick Mahomes. You do not give him an extra down. You do not give him an extra possession on top of that.
No.
So how many times did they go an all-out blitz in 3rd and long? All of them. And they never won. It worked like the first time, and that was about it. Dude, learn and change up your defense. Don't give him soft stuff. He's making 5-10 yards. Come on. And
that was something that I noticed. And it seems like that this is kind of a repeated like thing with Kyle Shanahan. He gets these leads, he gets off to hot starts, and then for some reason he abandons the running game, which is his bread and butter of the offense, and then he tries to go through this aerial attack. And I just don't understand why Christian McCaffrey was having a good game. A good game.
Yes.
Why completely abandon it?
But when you're putting the game on the line and you're in striking distance of the goal line and you run it 2 times, just throw the ball. Throw the ball.
I'm not necessarily talking about that very end. No, he's not just a game manager, and I'll continue to say that he's a top 5 quarterback in the league right now because wins get you that, and his stats get you that alone. That last play, at the end of the day, it was a misassignment on the offensive line because if you rewatch it, the left guard and the center slid left, and the right guard went outside. That left Chris Jones wide open. The left guard, or the right guard, I'm sorry, should have stayed over Chris Jones
it was like the red carpet. It was like, oh, yeah.
No, it was. And if you watch it, Ayuk had a touchdown. He was wide open in the end zone because McDuffie fell. The one time that he was completely wide open, it just so happened that they didn't. It was misassignments, and that's exactly what happens in big games like that. It comes down to who is going to make the less mental errors,
mistakes. Yep.
Exactly. And the 49ers, they had the most mistakes. They didn't capitalize, just like what you said, Theo, and they ended up losing. And it sucks because I wanted to see them win, right? But I think we all wanted to see them win, unless if you're a Kansas City fan. But I mean, it is what it is, man. This is life in the NFL as an NFL fan right now, and we just got to embrace it, man.
Yep. I will say, like the handoff from 20 years of just, can we get someone else to win a Super Bowl? And then it's like, here's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go.
It's like,
here we
come
go.
on.
It's like
not the AFC. Give me someone for the NFC.
Right.
Come on.
Some dominance is like, so people kept talking about comparing it to. I've heard it a few times, like the Jordan era in the NBA. It's just like so many guys that should have won championships, didn't get championships. Why? Because Jordan was in the league. Like, these guys, you don't get to win. And it's like we didn't even get a break. It feels like we didn't get a break between to have a couple of years when oh wow, the Lions won a Super Bowl, the Jaguars won a Super Bowl, a couple of years in between where it's at least in the air who's the best. No, we go from one goat to the mini goat. That is just like.
Now, the last time that the Patriots, so we'll go back. We'll time travel back when Brady won his 3rd Super Bowl, right? Over the course of I think it was like 4 or 5 years as well. Just like with what Mahomes is doing, there was about a 10-year span where Brady didn't win a Super Bowl. Would you put money right now and to be like, no, in the next 10 years, Chiefs won't win it again? I'm not.
No, I can't do that. I can't.
So, I think that we're in store for a much bigger dynasty than what we ever saw from Brady.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so I don't know about that level.
So we talked about this in a previous episode. The NFC has he has a high talent, high gap. The AFC has a very high threshold for quarterback and overall team talent, but a very tight gap on who can win through that. Like the hot timing of the defense for the Chiefs and Mahomes, it's the Mahomes effect. That's what I'm going to say now. You can coin it, whatever. We'll trademark this for the Beardzone. Mahomes effect. You give the man another down, you give the man another possession, you will lose.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just like Brady. Yeah.
So, right? You don't would you give Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers or Brady another possession? Hell no.
Not if I could help it. Yeah.
Are you going to give that to Patrick Mahomes?
No.
So, if you're Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Herbert, you name the list. Now we got Stroud in the mix for the AFC.
Dude.
Richardson still's got to prove his worth, right? The talent at the quarterback level for the AFC is so tight that I think it's going to be harder for the Chiefs to repeat, let alone three-peat, which has never happened.
It's going to be tough, and that gap is closer in the AFC. And you just mentioned, Stroud, Richardson, some of these younger guys. We got Justin Herbert now with Jim Harbaugh. So I think
the new draft class.
And this new draft class coming out, which has a slew of talents, Yeah. And so it's just, gosh, man, but it's hard to bet against them. We want to bet against them, right? That's what happened with Brady and the Patriots. They'll lose. The only person, yes, the only person and the only player that we have seen to win multiple times against Mahomes that is still in the league right now is Joe Burrow, and he can't seem to stay healthy right now.
Yeah.
So unless Burrow can stay healthy, Patrick Mahomes is going to be very hard to beat. That's just the facts. It's just the facts. I know it's hard to win in the NFL, but when you come into the league the way that he has done, and he is only 28 years old, and he has been to 5 Super Bowls, and he has won 3 of them. Or no, I'm sorry, 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them. And has been to 5 back-to-back AFC Championship games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 5 of
it's hard, man. He's proven himself. Yeah. And I will never forget a couple of years ago after his rookie year, right? The year that he was the full-time starter. He was on an episode of, I think it's like The Shop or something like that with LeBron James. And he was like, I can actually read the defenses now. So, I'm coming into this new season where I can actually, do pre-snap reads. Before, I was just going off of reaction. Now, I'm lining myself up. We're seeing that now.
Yeah.
We're
seeing evolution.
The evolution and the IQ of him is just going up and up and up. It's going to be hard to beat him.
Like the Terminator. He's just learning, he's just taking on
the Terminator.
So on that note, though, let's take a step back here, back to the Super Bowl. I would like to hear y'all's thoughts on what was the defining turning point for who's going to win for the Chiefs and or for the loss for the 49ers. You can start with Theo.
Oh, man.
Spotlight.
Yeah. To me, the defining moment was, I think after coming back after halftime, and I'm a little fuzzy because that game was kind of there are parts of that game that I still need to rewatch, but there was a lot going on at my house. But I think we came back. We had come back from the halftime, and who started with the ball? Was it the Chiefs?
KC, and they went 3 and out.
Right. They started. They went 3 and out, and I just the 49ers. There was 2 drives, right? There was 2 drives that came up blank, if I'm remembering correctly. It was 10-7 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to me, that's what I'm gonna say. Where I already kind of felt like there wasn't enough done when it was 0-0. There was just not enough done to capitalize on. There was an interception, there was a turnover, and there was just not enough capitalization done on the little mistakes that are going to happen with this Chiefs team. And so when we came back from the half and we still could not find a way to get 3, it's like it felt like Brady. It felt like it's only a matter of time. Like this, you did not do enough with the time that you had. So I think at that point I was just like, yeah, it's over. You didn't put up 20. You didn't get to 27 or do something to at least say like give them something to have to climb up to. So it's to me it was done.
Yeah. For me, honestly, there was that small feeling in the back of my head that I just felt like this was Kansas City's game from the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Now 49ers dominated the first half, right? I mean, they were playing really well, especially on the defensive side of the ball in the first half. But I always had this unsettling feeling where I'm just like, I was waiting for the other foot to drop. And that ended up happening when I was just like, it's over, was when they missed the extra point. When that extra point got blocked, I'm like,
yes.
that 1 point is going, because it made it a 3-point game instead of a 4-point game.
Yeah.
And so
that's the answer. Yeah.
To me, I was like, that's it, man. That's gonna be the deciding factor. We're gonna look back. It's gonna come down, and that's exactly what happened. They were up by 3. Mahomes was able to just get the ball down. You know, Buckner was able to kick a field goal because, I mean, that dude was just on it all night, like seriously. And both kickers were. But when I look back, I'm like, if they were up by 4 right now, it would put a little bit more pressure on this offense to score that touchdown. Because even when the Chiefs went up, right, the 49ers did answer. So it was that, and then it was also when they didn't score in overtime. The touchdown. When they didn't score the touchdown in overtime, I'm like, well, that's it. There's no way that Mahomes is not about to lead this team down and end up in the end zone.
Right.
There's just no way.
There was no way. Yeah, agreed.
Wait, Dave, that was all fourth quarter, right?
All fourth quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 2 things. The 49ers had 3 3-and-outs in the third quarter. And I think towards the end of the third quarter, they had less than 10 yards total offense. That's when I decided it was over. And especially when the dude missed Moody missed the extra point to make it 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
That they lost complete momentum and control of that game in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. That's how it was for me, and that's what I'm gonna have to stomach for the rest of this year until we get to.
I mean, they set it up. They set it up really good. They set up the Chiefs really good in the fourth quarter, and honestly, we've seen it time and time again. So, you know, we've talked enough about Mahomes. We have. And I'm done talking about him. I'm trying to take the higher road right now because there's a lot that I want to say. But I'm going to take the higher road, right?
Where's the censor button? Where is it?
Yeah, seriously, where is the mute button?
Just let me know when I'm ready.
I'm not going to have a Pfizer rage like, Mr. Travis Kelce did on the sideline. But, I mean, not going to do that. Not going to do that. But
people got fired up about that, though.
Dude, I know. Like, and honestly, let's take a step back. I joke.
He caught me off balance. I was like, yeah, probably.
Look, dude, at the end of the day, these guys are around each other a lot, and they have such a good relationship. Like, you'd be lying to yourself if you've never gotten really upset with one of your boys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, calm down. I joke, I do, but I think people took it and just decided to run with it.
Yeah,
that's just what the media does.
Completely agreed.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. Like, and it was clear that Reed. It was clear that Reed completely understood, and he was just like,
he didn't even care. It didn't even look like it bothered him. He was just like, all right.
Like game adrenaline. Like Kelce is being Kelce is just like. Yeah. People completely ran away with that.
Yeah, he's like, go to your blank space, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. But to flip it, nice little plug there.
Mm-hmm.
But to flip it, Are we ever going to see Kyle Shanahan win a Super Bowl?
Man.
Dude.
Oh. Was he like 3 for 3 now?
Not forget, we know
0-3.
He was the offensive coordinator.
28-7 or 20-3. What was it?
28-3.
That was a lot of Dan Quinn.
28-3.
It was a lot of Dan Quinn, but the offense totally choked. And
Yeah,
then when
the
he
offense
took
choked, man.
Garoppolo, when he took Garoppolo the 49ers, like, dude, what?
The 28-3. They were up 20-10 against the Chiefs a couple of years ago. They were up 10-0 against the Chiefs this year. So it's like
he needs 30 points.
Come on.
Clearly, he does.
Come on, Channy.
He's not a bad coordinator. He's not a bad offensive guy. It's just like he can't do a complete game. It's like Josh Allen
on his back.
Josh Allen can win. Josh Allen and the Bills can win their way just enough and then choke. It's like Kyle Shanahan's like, come on, everybody, let's go to the Super Bowl. And then just gone. Yeah. Just like.
The perfect coach in my head would be to have Kyle Shanahan's first half and Todd Bowles' first half offense and defense. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they just super aggressive. They get to the ball, they get after the ball, they stop the offense, and then in the second quarter, the second half, they just get super soft. And I don't understand.
They just need to repeat everything the Chiefs did.
Yeah,
but on the same note, how many times did Andy Reid get so far with the Eagles and then just not win? So what we're seeing here is he is a good coach. Kyle Shanahan is an absolutely good coach.
For sure.
Offensively, probably the best. Sean McVay is like
I was gonna say
there too.
Yeah, Sean McVay is
fine. But, they just didn't adjust. Their rushing lanes kept Mahomes where they wanted him. And then they started to get sloppy. They started to play soft zone. They did not pressure very well. And they were leaving guys way open. I think, like, goes to my comment earlier, Kyle Shanahan has his plan and has a hard time adjusting to adversity or monumental changes in the game. Same thing with the Falcons and New England. You had a sizable lead, and you let Brady come back. You had a sizable lead the first time you went to the Super Bowl, and you gave it up. You didn't have a sizable lead this time, but you had a strong defense, and you just stuck to your play.
Didn't do enough. It didn't do enough on offense. The whole game, I'd say.
But your play worked. Do it again.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Another quick aside though. Juwan Jennings of the 49ers.
He comes
clutch.
Oh my god! Like, dude, I was about to say, like, if they won, like, do they give this guy MVP? Like,
and they were going to him for the game winner.
The game winner, yes, he was open.
They were going for him. They drew up that play for him.
If the 49ers won, if the 49ers won, Juwan Jennings would have been MVP.
Absolutely. They would have given it to Purdy, but absolutely.
Yeah.
Or CMC. CMC was having a good game.
He was.
It's just a heartbreaking way for that game to end. As you know, it was a good game, as good as it was, but you know, at the end of the day, the Chiefs deserve every accolade that they have.
Absolutely.
You know, more power to them. The new Kings. No one can take it away from them. Guess what? If you're upset, do something about it. That's my word to the NFL, all the other teams. If you're upset, do something about it. Target this man. Not like the Saints, but I mean, just
no. Whoa! Don't Sean Payton it right now.
But get angry, man. Come on, stop the dynasty. Do something about it.
I will have to say the last time. Now, let's just, if history is repeating itself, right? The last time the Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl, the next year, Tampa Bay won. If you go back, listen to me, if you go back to the Patriots dynasty in the early 2000s, the year that they didn't win, out of the 4 years that they won 3, who won? Tampa.
The Bucks.
So, am I saying that Baker Mayfield is going to hoist the Lombardi next year? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let it begin now. The road to New Orleans starts now.
We're gonna now have a counter in the comments section of how many times we need to check Dave's water.
100%. The
Hey,
water
how was the
cannon.
halftime show for you guys? Me,
Oh,
it's up there. It's up there.
I thought it was
very
great.
entertaining.
I thought
He
it was
brought
great.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He
Everyone.
brought
Alicia
all the
Keys.
people.
I thought
the
who
lights,
else who
all
else
his
who else
sweat.
thought that was Kanye at first? When
Cool.
Will I Am came out with the
Oh.
mask.
Oh,
I thought
no.
it was
No, dude.
I
Dude,
thought it
Absolutely
was
not.
Kanye. I was like,
there's no way.
is that
There's
Kanye?
That's number two. That's number two.
Kanye
Check
is
Dave's
so-
water.
Yeah, that's the second one.
That
because
was definitely Will.
no one can touch Kanye with a 50-foot pole right now. There's no way that anyone could bring him on TV with the stuff he's going through.
No,
But-
I know, but I'm just
Yeah.
but because he had
Yeah.
the mask on, and I'm like, wait a
I get
minute.
where you're coming from. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Will I Am.
Will
Actually,
I Am's
at
always
first.
done stuff like that.
He
Yeah.
has.
He pops up everywhere, dude. Listen,
I just thought it would have been awesome if they had Kanye with Taylor
Oh my
Swift
gosh.
and this
oh
sweet.
man.
Well, that would be very anti-ATL, and that's Usher ATL.
I mean, that's true. That's why you had Luda and Little
Yeah.
John and Alicia
Yeah.
Keys, and I mean,
Mhm.
dang man, he brought out everyone.
Yeah, it was a
was a great
phenomenal halftime show. And I mean, at the same time, people just find a way somehow to just crap on everything. I just don't understand. At the end, like, people still had a problem with it. Last year with Rihanna, people still had a problem with it. It was just like people will always find some kind of problem, and I don't really understand what the guy needs to do. Because last year I thought it was because people were like, she didn't bring anyone. Like, it was just Rihanna the whole time, even though they did that amazing floating
She did
show.
great though.
Like that,
Yeah,
like she had the hits, but like for me, like, I was just blown away by the show, man. Like they were floating most of that performance. Like, it was insane what they did. Like, no one had ever done anything like that before.
and wasn't that her pregnant reveal?
And she was pregnant. Yes, she was pregnant the whole time too. Like, it was an awesome performance. And Usher, like, he did his thing. Like, and what it boils down to is, I think there are people that just can't get down with certain music, and so they don't understand. Like, it's just to be like, at the end of the day, Usher completely did an Usher performance. Like, you
Yes.
can't take it away from him. It was everything about that was who he was. And
Yeah.
I think people mistake like a good show for like, oh, I don't really like this type of music. And it's like, you gotta be able to at least turn off some of that and be like, that was a good show, that was well done, well put together, or whatnot. But
Yeah, and
phenomenal.
there's two things to kind of piggyback off of that as well. Is a lot of the slander are people who complain who are at the Super Bowl.
yeah,
If you're at the Super Bowl,
right.
you're not going to get a good halftime show.
No way.
Because the
No.
halftime show
It's
is
for us.
made for the TV.
Mhm.
It's made for us, the fans
Mhm.
that couldn't spend $200,000 to go. Like, it's for us. Okay, so let us enjoy it. You enjoy the game and being in the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
The other thing is that I told my parents this, right? Because I watched it over at their house. They got this brand new 85-inch TV. It was awesome.
Ooh.
But yeah, dude, it was incredible. But I told them, I'm like, y'all had y'all's time to listen to all of the artists and everything else like that you grew up with during the halftime. Now it's my time.
Mhm.
All of
Mhm.
these halftime shows are now the people that I grew up with.
Yep.
Usher last year with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and
Dr.
Eminem
Dre.
and 50
Yep.
Cent and all of that. That's who I grew up with. So let us embrace that. In 10 to 15 years, we'll have to deal with our kids' artists, which I am not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to be what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Just
People
accept
need-
it, man.
Hey, Scooter, this one's for you. People need to just calm down.
Mhm. I completely agree.
It's funny. Like, we're saying, like, oh, it's our we don't want to listen to our parents, crusty music and stuff like that. We don't want to see guys on stage, crapping in their underwear and stuff. but then we're gonna see ourselves. We're gonna be able to gray hair and all that stuff, or no hair. Sorry, Dave.
All right.
And they'd be like, I can't believe blah 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 blah, and it's gonna be like, oh, this sounds very familiar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that commercial that they're like turning into their parents.
Oh, what was it?
I forget what it is. Is it like the Progressive or Geico commercial?
I think it's
What
Progressive.
commercial is it?
I think it's Progressive. When you're turning into your parents, a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Oh yeah. Isn't
Dude, some of
What
these
is it?
commercials weren't too bad.
Oh wait, it's buying the home. That's what it is.
I
That-
literally
Buying
just said
homeowners
that.
insurance?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
the episode?
I
with
just
the-
got
the-
intel from. I'm sorry. I just got intel from my wife. She was trying to feed it to me, so that's why.
Okay.
It's young homeowners turning into their parents.
Yes.
And he sees the
Yeah.
he sees LL Cool
Yeah,
J.
young homeowners. That's what
Yeah.
it is. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
No,
Well,
but
guys,
it was a good show. It was awesome.
the
Good Super Bowl.
2023-2024 season is over. But this podcast is not. We're going to continue to roll out episodes. We're not going to take that break that we did last year. No. We're going to stay right here with you guys. We're going to go through the valley because right now we're descending into the valley, and soon it's going to be just a horrible, horrible time. But we got the combine coming up. We got the draft coming up, and then let's not think about after that because that's just the boring time.
Wait, Dave,
What's up?
is this the anniversary of our coming together? Because I remember,
might
it was Super Bowl. It was
Super
Yes.
Bowl.
when the three of us did our
Yes.
first episode together. Was it like
It was.
what?
Happy anniversary. Hey,
Yes,
happy
round of
anniversary.
applause for us.
We
Yes,
made
take
it.
your
We
bows.
made it.
We made it one
Hey.
official full season. You guys have made it, and we appreciate your guys' support. Hey, continue to hey, we appreciate the love that we've been seeing on our YouTube. Definitely continue to show us that love. We're going to continue to push out content and everything else like that. Scooter, what's our social medias?
Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's ever listened to this.
Yes.
We try to put forth great content for y'all, but if you would, you can reach us on Gmail at the Beardzone Podcast at gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook at the Beardzone Podcast. You can also reach us on Twitter, Beardzone Pod. And then you got Instagram, the Beardzone Football Podcast. And we will reach out to you if you hit us up. We're willing to banter with y'all. I know a couple of y'all hit us up in regards to some of the college stuff and Super Bowl. And, you know, some of us get called out, right? You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
Totally fine.
Well, come on, bring it on.
That's what this is
Oh,
for.
For real.
You think
Just-
that I do this because I think I'm always right? No way. Not at all. I'm
If
always
anyone's-
wrong.
If anyone's ever hung out with Dave, you'll know there's regular correction, and same thing with me. I don't know. Theo seems to be pretty on point, but you know,
He does.
Yeah,
He's the glue.
Nah.
That's why he's in the middle. He's the glue that holds us together, you know?
Nah.
for real.
Mhm.
But no,
Not at all.
anyone, just please hit the share, hit the like, and help us out for once. We're trying to move forward and do great things with this podcast. It's just three dudes talking football at the end of
Absolutely.
the day.
Only bigger and better to come, man. We got so much that we have to give, and so much places that we want to go. And we want to take you guys with us. You know, like this is where we truly have started from. You know, like the bottom, like, you know, just like we were just an audio podcast. It's, you know, we're adding things as we go, and we got more to add. We got more to give. We got so much more information to kind of pass out, and we want to, you know, we want to talk to the world, man. So continue helping us out, sharing us out, doing all that. We appreciate the fans that we have, and we're really looking forward to just continued growth. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Yes, we appreciate you guys. If you guys have made it all the way to the end of this episode, y'all are the real MVPs. Shout out to you. That is awesome. We definitely appreciate all the support. Hey, go ahead and hit that like button.
Yeah, we give
Beer
you
check.
beer,
Yeah, beer check, beer check.
Your
Mhm.
check. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and comment down with, you know, hey, what off-season content do y'all want to see? You know, because we're going to start pushing out some off-season content and everything else like that. So let us know. Be on a lookout for the college episode next week. Me and Scooter are going to jump on, and we're going to take out the top 5 running backs, right, coming into this year's draft.
Top 5 running backs.
Top 5 running backs, so go ahead and be sure to keep an eye out for that. But until then, guys, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. It's been a great NFL season. We look forward to next year. But until then, Scooter.
Beardzone out.